digital culture is a huge term. And here in the school system, for me, I need to model how I integrate digital technologies into my everyday life. If I'm not using them, I shouldn't be teaching them. And if I'm using them just to use them, I've missed the mark. And so I am living a 21st century life using all of the technology at my disposal as a tool to further my work, to make my life easier, to increase my ability to communicate with the public. These are the reasons we should be using technology. And we actually emphasize that in the classroom. Why are we using what we're using? They're tools. And so we begin by saying, here's the tool for the job. And we are a media-centered society right now. Well, we saw this 7 years ago. We were pretty much alone 7 years ago, but we saw this on the horizon. We knew one day soon media would be the focal point of so much that we do. And so we're ready for it. We understand some things about it and how to position ourselves for it and how to teach the kids to be responsible users of media. And they have responsibility to use media fairly. Media is empowering. It empowers children, it empowers adults, and it does not discriminate against anybody on an age basis or any basis. Anybody can empower with media. With that comes great responsibility. Helping other teachers to create a digital culture is a huge piece of this whole transformation process. And so let's talk about systemic change, if we will, because the system needs to make some basic changes. I'm really sensitive and understanding that a teacher can't take any more on their plate than they have. So often when we design our media experiences, I like to put the shift and the onus of responsibility on the students. So when a student goes into the classroom, I like to have the students drive the media process for the teacher. Really, we're facilitators. Teachers are facilitators, and that should take some of the fear away. They should not feel as though they have to command this whole ship and they have to know it from bow to stern. It's just not true. I am my student's student, and I learn from them every day. And if we take that mindset as teachers, we'll feel less fearful of the technologies that are around us. So begin to engage our students, put some responsibility on them, build structures for them. But the system at large must change to accommodate these technologies as well. 8-period days are not conducive to using technology. I like to think of a term called disruptive transformation. True transformation is really disruptive. It's by the very nature of the word transformation, there's going to be pain. That's disruptive. And we need to understand that. And there will be disruption as we try to break down a traditional 8-period day, for example, and make something that accommodates the use of technology in a more meaningful way, in a project-based way for kids and teachers. I do have to, I am a visionary, and I do look down the road, and I have seen that in the public education system I've hit somewhat of a wall. The public education system is filled with a lot of really great people. My colleagues are some of the finest teachers in the industry, but the system itself has brought us to a point where I don't know that we can get a whole lot further until there are systemic changes. And so I don't want to see what's happened here exist as an anomaly. And so my personal mission is to get out and create transformation in other schools, integrating technology into classrooms, trying to push for what I see are necessary model changes, trying to talk to administrators and really encouraging them to protect their innovators, not let them get eaten up by the system in the meantime. Protect your innovators, recognize them, work with them, protect them. I like to see myself get out into a different venue and from a different viewpoint outside the classroom begin to help schools to integrate their technology. I have a good sense for what they need and for the major components. I always keep an eye to the future as we look into surface computing and how things will change in the next 5 to 6 years. What we are doing today will be so different 5 years from now. And when we get to that 5-year mark, we'll say that again. And it may be 2 years instead of 5. So, but what is the same is how we implement it. And so we need to build those processes in schools in order to accommodate the technology as it changes and evolves.